Love bombing describes a manipulative tactic where a person showers their partner with an overwhelming tsunami of affection and attention, only to withdraw it suddenly, thus using it as a tool for control. Love bombing, a term with a rather paradoxical nature, is a psychological tactic often employed by manipulative abusers at the beginning of their relationships. This strategy involves an outpouring of affection, attention, and admiration towards a potential partner, making it seem like a fairy tale romance. However, beneath this romantic facade, there's a more sinister motive: control, manipulation, and dominance. The love bomber showers their target with an inordinate amount of loving words, grand gestures, and seemingly selfless acts. The emotional intensity of this phase can make the recipient feel incredibly special and loved. It's as if they've found their soulmate, someone who understands them deeply and sees their worth. But this is precisely where the danger lies. The ultimate goal of love bombing isn't to build a healthy, reciprocal relationship. Instead, the love bomber aims to make their target so emotionally invested and dependent on this torrent of affection that they become an easy prey for future manipulation and control. In the context of narcissistic abuse, love bombing forms the first stage of a destructive cycle that includes devaluation and discarding. After the initial phase of intense affection, the love bomber begins to devalue their victim, criticizing and belittling them, thereby eroding their self-esteem. This is followed by the discarding phase, where the abuser withdraws their affection completely or abandons the relationship, leaving the victim confused, hurt, and craving the affection they once received. Understanding the concept of love bombing is crucial to recognizing and avoiding manipulative relationships. If you find yourself in a whirlwind romance where things seem too good to be true, it might be beneficial to take a step back and assess the situation. Now that we've established a basic understanding of love bombing, it's time to delve into specific examples. Recognizing the signs of this manipulative tactic in action can be instrumental in identifying and navigating potentially harmful relationships. One of the most noticeable examples of love bombing is the excessive use of compliments and flattery, often referred to as a charm offensive. The love bomber showers their target with a torrent of praise, consistently emphasizing how perfect, unique, and special they are. They put their partner on a pedestal, making them feel like they're the only person in the world who matters. This constant stream of admiration can create an intoxicating sense of euphoria, making the recipient feel seen, appreciated, and cherished like never before. They become convinced that they have finally met someone who truly understands and values them. This can be especially appealing to individuals who have previously felt undervalued or misunderstood in their relationships. However, it's essential to understand that while compliments and words of appreciation are a normal and healthy part of any relationship, an overabundance can be a red flag. In the context of love bombing, these compliments aren't genuine expressions of affection but a calculated strategy to earn trust, create dependency, and ultimately establish control. If the compliments feel more like a barrage than a sprinkle, and they seem too good to be true, you might be experiencing love bombing. A further illustration of love bombing is the habitual offering of extravagant gifts or gestures that seem to come straight out of a romantic movie. The love bomber will surprise their partner with lavish presents, dreamy vacations, or grand public displays of affection, such as surprise parties or elaborate proposals. These actions may seem incredibly romantic and thoughtful at first glance, creating an illusion of a fairy tale romance. However, these gestures often have a hidden agenda. They're not really about expressing love or appreciation, they're about creating a sense of obligation and indebtedness. By giving their partner something grand or expensive, the love bomber subtly communicates that their partner now owes them something in return. This could be their time, their loyalty, or even their compliance in certain situations. Moreover, these grand gestures can also serve to create a sense of guilt. The recipient, overwhelmed by the magnitude of the gifts or gestures, may feel guilty about not being able to reciprocate on the same scale. The love bomber then uses this guilt as a tool for manipulation, making their partner feel like they're not living up to expectations or not appreciating the love bomber's efforts enough. A hallmark among examples of love bombing is the rapid and seemingly magical progression of the relationship. Love bombers push the pace, making grand declarations of love early on, insisting on moving in together, or even proposing marriage after a surprisingly short period of courtship. They create a whirlwind romance that is intense, passionate, and seemingly too good to be true. This accelerated pace can feel exhilarating and deeply romantic. However, this rapid progression serves a darker purpose. It's a strategic move designed to trap the other person in the relationship before they've had a chance to fully evaluate the love bomber's character, intentions, or suitability as a partner. By rushing into serious commitment, the love bomber places their partner in a position where backing out or slowing down might seem hurtful or confusing. Another classic among examples of love bombing is the insistence on constant communication. Love bombers make it a point to maintain a steady stream of text messages, phone calls, emails, and social media interactions with their partner. They might become upset or even angry if their partner doesn't respond immediately, suggesting an unhealthy level of dependency and control. Initially, this non-stop interaction can make the recipient feel incredibly loved and important. However, what starts as a sweet flood of attention can quickly turn into a suffocating wave of control. The aftermath of love bombing is often a stark and unsettling contrast to the initial stages of the relationship. Once the love bomber has successfully hooked their partner, enveloping them in a whirlwind of affection and attention, they often switch tactics. This is when the true nature of their manipulative behavior becomes painfully apparent. In conclusion, while the initial phase of love bombing can feel exhilarating and wonderful, it's essential to recognize the potential dangers that lurk beneath the surface. If you find yourself in a relationship where the affection and attention suddenly vanish, replaced by criticism and control, know that this is not a reflection of your worth but a common tactic used by manipulative individuals. Real love is consistent, respectful, and does not resort to manipulation or control. Moving on after love bombing is not about forgetting what happened but about learning from the experience, rebuilding your self-esteem, and growing stronger. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.